Hey everybody, it's Blue Jaga here, and welcome to, well, Press Any Button, the video game. It's version 2.0.2, which is pretty advanced. Well, it's not Press Any Button, but in fact, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a game I, enjoy maybe, perhaps, just a little bit. So, I figured that after, I've been streaming Torna for a bit, which is this DLC add-on down here, and also, I've finished the game myself, and I figured, why not record a series where I start with a brand new save file and do the entire game on the hardest difficulty, Bringer of Chaos. Well, technically, whatever. Semantics, technicalities, the like. So yeah, this is gonna be on the hard difficulty, Bringer of Chaos. So, and I'd ask myself why, because why not? But I know exactly why not, but I'm just gonna ignore like logic and reason, because why not? Actually, I know exactly why not, because it's generally frowned upon. And anyway, yeah, new save files. So as you can see, we can't start on Bringer of Chaos at the start because it is part of the DLC, so we need to actually unlock that when we actually get into regular gameplay, but thankfully after mountains of cutscenes, because this is a JRPG and the start is especially cutscene heavy, we're going to be able to get into gameplay and switch that difficulty up. But for now, we're going to select normal. Don't worry, you can change the difficulty at any time you need to, or want to, or... I mean, I guess need to and want to are the only two situations where you change the difficulty. Let's go!
We really do need to buy ourselves a new depth probe. The ping was off by 150 peds to the east. That's not gonna fly.
And what about the treasure, Rex? Was it in line with your expectations?
It seemed pretty solid. Didn't even have to reinforce it too much. Even with the labor costs, we should be able to turn a decent profit.
Honestly, it takes you 2 days to run the structural analysis. Yet somehow you can gauge the profits in an instant.
Don't go raining on my parade, Gramps. You know, I'm in the salvaging trade for the cash. A little business sense goes a long way. All right? Whoa! I didn't expect that. You've been living in this thing, big guy.
Rex.
No worries, Gramps. I think we know what's for lunch.
So we start off with our first battle against an enemy. To start, we need to draw our weapon. And so we just target the enemy, which we already have, auto targets. But that can be done with R, and then you just press A, and you can hold R and B to sheath your weapon if you want to run away from a fight. so you just grab out our weapon, and once we get near it, we get to auto attack, which are delivered in sets of 3, each one stronger than the last. As you can see, 16, 25, 38. And the enemy will attack us. As you can see, sometimes it has its own auto attacks, and what are other named attacks known as arts. We can use arts for ourselves as we charge them up with auto attacks. They are much stronger primarily, and sometimes have bonus effects. And of course, each time you use an art, you'll have to refill the recharge by using more auto attacks. They're tied to the corresponding buttons on the controller, so the top art will be X, the left art will be Y, and the bottom art will be B, which will be nice, so we just do that. And you can see we get a lot more damage, but also, Anchor Shot's bonus effect is that it drops an HP potion. There are no mid-battle items in Xenoblade, so essentially your healing will either come from certain arts or arts that drop HP potions. HP potions generally are a much smaller boost, but they're a boost to your HP nonetheless. As you can see, that Restore 28, which is about a tenth of our HP at the moment. So we're just going to finish off the enemy, and we are good.
An entire horizon of white. A sea of clouds, and at its heart, the world tree, piercing the heavens. This is the world we call home. Allrest. Story goes that when the world was young, everyone in Allrest lived on the tree, together with our divine father, the architect. According to the tales, it was a bountiful land, and the people there held the power to command even the heavens themselves. They called that paradise Elysium. But then, one day, we were cast out. Nobody knows why. Perhaps we angered our creator, or perhaps it was something else entirely. All we know is we were forced to leave Elysium, to live here in Allrest, where it turns out life was pretty hard. But when it seemed like we would surely die out, the architect took pity on us, sending his servants, the Titans, to save us. The few of us who survived settled on the Titans, and we've lived in harmony with them ever since. But now those Titans are beginning to die out.
The brazier does my weary old bones much good.
You want me to move it, Gramps?
No, that's quite all right. Leave it right there.
Righto. Not another one. Been happening a lot lately.
More so than before.
I wonder if anyone was living there.
It seems not. And if there had been, they would have all left by now.
Makes sense. Hey, Gramps. Do you think Fonset Village will be gone too one day?
It would not be today or tomorrow, but one day, yes, it will fall.
And you too?
That's how it goes with us Titans. There's no way around it.
Eventually. There'll be nowhere left to live.
Sadly.
So, you Titans were born up there. Is that right?
So they say, for what it's worth. Mind you, I was born here on All Rest. As for my ancestors, who could say where they were born?
Can it really exist? This Elysium? And the Creator, who said to live there?
A land of plenty atop the world tree. If such a place did exist, perhaps we could all live in peace, with no need for fighting.
Sure would be great. For everyone. Even folks in Fonset. If the Divine Architect can see us now, I wonder what he thinks. All right, back to making money. I think this haul should be enough for today. Oi, Gramps! Care for a little swim to the Argentum Trade Guild?
You're planning on selling it now? It's getting toward my bedtime.
Don't play the lazy old man with me. There's plenty of sunshine left.
Kids these days. No respect, I swear.
Why, if it isn't Rex? How's business?
Going all right, else I wouldn't be here.
Fair point. So, which one am I unloading?
We can leave that until I'm done negotiating. Shouldn't be too long.
Well, Mooring is 15 gold per half day.
I'll have your gold after I sell the stuff, all right? Later!
Hey, hold on! You know I can't do credit! Does it every time, too.
No worry, I'm afraid.
Figures.
Awesome. This thing's huge, and it's not even a Titan ship.
And with that, we are dropped right into the overworld, and it's raining. I was hoping for a bright and sunny start to the adventure, like it normally is, but as my luck would have it, the weather just doesn't want to cooperate. I live in the Midwest, used to it. Anyway, looks like our adventure's about to really get going, and this sentient tutorial box is what I'm going to be calling it from here on out. Is going to tell us about landmarks and other tutorials, but I like explaining things, so I'm going to steal its job because I have a weird vendetta against sentient tutorial box, I guess. Anyway, landmarks. So landmarks are locations around the world you can discover, and they basically function as not only as checkpoints for losses in battle, but also fast travel points. And you can also check controls anytime with the D-pad. As we start, we've got our first landmark already, the Goldmouth Return Port, which we can access if we look in the menu, go to our skip travel, we can pull up our map, and right there is the Goldmouth Return Port. We can fast travel back here anytime we want, anywhere. So we can walk around for a bit, but I want to do one thing first and foremost, since I said, expansion pass is how we're going to access our, fancy, big boy Bringer of Chaos difficulty. I was going to go into the expansion pass and grab stuff, but the thing is, there are some mild spoilers for up to, I think, like chapter 2 or 3. It won't be too long before we can grab anything, but I'll just be cutting around to whatever is relevant at the time, anytime I go into the expansion pass before we have access to, like, everything in here, I guess, is how I'd put it. Anyway, I'll be showing off just what's relevant, so into the expansion pass we go. Alright, so in the Gift from Zuo 2, there's the new difficulty levels, which adds the Bringer of Chaos and custom difficulty settings, which is what I want to grab on camera, but there's also a bunch of like quest key items that will unlock side quests later on that I'm just going to grab real quick. The Napon invitation is not relevant right now, so I will not be grabbing it. So I'll go in and grab all the quest key items and see you back out of the menu. Here we are, back on the overworld, and now, I know I just said we'd be back on the overworld, but first, since we've unlocked the difficulty, might as well, up the difficulty. Though I do want to show off what custom is. Essentially, you get all kinds of options to either buff enemies, buff yourself, debuff yourself, etc., etc. So you can basically customize to whatever you want. So if you just want enemies to be tougher, you can up enemy attack power, attack frequency, max HP. Though if you want to make the game but if you want to make the game impossible, you can turn all the sliders up to max, which is technically like numerically the hardest difficulty level. However, Bringer of Chaos has a few features that max custom doesn't. Plus, it's also, and don't worry, I'll still have moments where I just completely regret choosing Bringer of Chaos. Don't worry about it. If that's what you're looking forward to, then yeah. So we can just kind of walk around and explore a rainy Argentum, which is where we are right now, the Trade Guild of Allrest, which is the world we are in. So, we got Perry Perry over here. Wow, Rex, it's good to see you. Perry Perry just whiling away time, watching ships go by until cargo all loaded on board. Oh, Rex ate a meal together. Nice tasty salmon or some such? Sorry, I'm kind of busy at the moment. Meh, not too bad. Perry Perry thought it would be nice to make happy memories before we set out on a long, long voyage. Ah, never mind, Perry Perry. It's just being melodramatic. Rex, keep up doing good work with salvaging. These little furry little guys are called Napon, and they're essentially just another race in this world like Rex and all the other guys. So, and sometimes dialogue won't be actually spoken. Sometimes you can just overhear things that people are shouting in very plain sight. But one thing I want to do before we do anything else is we have 33 gold, if you saw in the menu. So let's pay off our 15 gold loading fee, because we are good citizens and we pay off our debts we owe, and it's nice to see this guy hopefully getting paid for doing his job of helping things out. So this is going to explain all the things that are on screen. So that's the compass that shows you a general direction and distance to where you need to go next to advance story, side quest, whatever. This is normally it would show the name of the location you're at, like location or landmark you're at above that, but we're not exactly at a specific location right now, so it doesn't show anything. But underneath that is weather, which we can see it's rainy. It's currently daytime, and specific time of the day is 13:02, which, if you don't know military time, is 1:02 p.m. It's essentially just 24-hour time as opposed to 12-hour time, so on. And we get a mini-map, and all the green dots are NPCs we can talk to, and the big pink dot is the next story objective. Current objective, you press ZR at any time, it shows you what you're supposed to be doing next. And as you saw in the tutorial, you can press left stick to basically go full screen minimap, and that little like weird like swirly thing is a skip travel point, and those hooks are something we cannot do yet, but we will be doing very soon. Let's just talk to more people. Anyone with a star is dialogue you have not seen yet, so it's marked, which is actually very kind. This is not Central Exchange. This place of import and export paperwork for Ardanian traders. Central Exchange is around center of this ship, Goldmouth. If wanting to sell salvage goods, suggest talk to Melolo. So yeah, a lot of Nopon are merchants, so they make their home at a trade guild, of course. Hi there. Tanaton heard that it is a good idea to move around side or back of enemy during battle. Now me think this info may be relevant for repairs around Goldmouth. When it's hard to hammer in nails, should not hit from straight above but side on. Oof, I don't want to think about all the nails you'll end up ruining. You keep doing that, Tonadon. Good for you. Learning things.
And arrived.
And we've made another landmark, Central Exchange. So what do you say we talk to Melolo?
What? That's it?
It's life, Mayor. There's still more than I give to non-friend. If you bring military supplies, then you get good price. Ceasefire between Mor Ardain and Uriah not keep for too much longer, methinks. So weaponry is hot item. Well, what friend think? I'll make it worth your while.
I told you before. I stay away from that sort of thing.
Oh, it's shame. Reg's good salvager. Could be good way to earn pretty penny. Waste of talent, if you ask me. Anywho, where were we?
I'll take your offer. 200 now, and you know what to do with the rest.
Okie doodles. Sending monies to Coroner Fonset Village, is right?
Yeah.
Is a beautiful thing. Sending money home at such young age. I touched. Wish my own dum-dum little pond did same.
It's 'cause Gramps doesn't charge rent. Hey, hey! All right, I'm counting on you.
Roger, pleasure doing business.
With that, we get a small little bonus of 200 gold, which will be nice if we want to buy something later on, but it won't make much in the long run. As you can see, our next cutscene is right over here.
Hello, Rex.
Papunin, been a while.
Rex looking high spirits? No, how say, yes, Peppy.
Been worse? So, you got something for me? New job, maybe?
Something like that. By the way, Rex come from Fonset Village in Leftherian Archipelago, yes?
Yeah, that's right. Why'd you ask?
You should go straight to boardroom of chairman.
Wait, what's going on?
Chairman Banner asked for Rex by name.
The chairman? For me?
Well, that certainly sounds important. So, let's see what Pupunin's got to say besides that. What are you waiting for? Chop chop, you go see Chairman Bana now. How are you doing? Not bad, not bad. Life ran out on me, but apart from that, cannot complain. Pupunin's hands full with menial tasks. Very important work for Chairman Bana. High-powered role naturally is Pupunin time poor, but still important to have breaky breaks sometimes. And I'm assuming that's why you're just standing outside the shops here and not really doing much. So that job sounds important, but first we need camera tutorials. So I use manual mode, right, just because I like to have specific camera angles for specifics, and this game's camera is extremely free. Like, we can do that, we can do top down if we want to go some like 2D Zelda type of deal. And then if you can just click the stick in for auto mode, which also centers the camera behind your back if you want to. So you can zoom in and out, change height. This is by holding L basically gives you access to all the different camera settings. So you can, zooming in and out is vertical right stick movement plus L. Horizontal left stick movement plus L is the move camera up and down, and to like shift the camera off to the side a little bit, you can use left and right on the D-pad with L. And you can get, if you like cinematic angles, or just want a good screenshot to post to Twitter or something, yeah, you can do that. Because the Switch does have a good dedicated screenshot features, and that works. Past year is room of Chairman Bana. Chairman very busy Nopon, so no entering unless important business. Temper of chairman famously short, not to disturb lightly. So what do you say we check out the details of this apparently very important job from the chairman himself?
Thank you for accepting summons. I, Banner, chairman of Argentum Trade Guild.
But pleased to make your acquaintance.
We hear from purporting that friend is salvager of some renown. That being case, I have dincy-wincy thing to ask of Rex.
A request straight from the chairman.
Reward is 100,000 gold.
100,000?
Friend here, right? Actually, that just the advance. Another 100,000 provided upon completing job.
200,000 gold in total? I must be dreaming. I'll do it. I hereby swear to use every skill I possess to ensure this job is successful. I promise I won't let you down.
You agree without even hearing details of job?
Oh, right. What kind of job is it?
You really have skills for this?
Of course, I'll be fine.
If you say. Here, crew will explain the task. Bring them in.
Sir?
Drivers and blades. Whoa, they look so cool.
So, there's something that we want to haul up. There were some current shifts. It showed up in an uncharted area. But it's a long way down.
Nice. I like a good challenge.
Banner offered to assemble a team of veterans for this job. But this crew very picky. They want small, elite team and only from Letheria. That when Banner have stroke of genius. Should hire Rex.
Ha ha! You made the right choice.
A child salvager. Jin, don't tell me we're gonna have to hire some babysitters for this outing too.
What the hell? You look as much like a kid as I do, lady.
At least I wouldn't wet myself for the promise of a measly £100,000.
What are you trying to say?
Rex, was it? I implore you to excuse my lady's discourtesy.
Dromark, what have I told you about speaking for me? Shut
Drop
your...
it, Nia. Though I do see your point. In any case, it should be easy enough to make sure.
What? Ah! What are you playing at?
Well, well, well.
Malos, what good is it beating up a kid?
You said it yourself, didn't you? What if the kid's not up to it?
I said nothing of the sort.
You did think it, though, right? And anyway, now we know. You'll do right enough. Though you don't look like a driver. Where'd you learn those arts?
Gramps showed me a thing or two, even when I was little. That was his idea of playtime.
Well, you've got some skill, I'll give you that. Guts, too. Kid, you better work hard.
Friends are such rowdy bunch. Here is advance. Use to buy what gear you need, then go to dock on starboard. Banner has arranged excellent vessel for you there.
You got it.
And with that, we now have the advance payment, and we gotta how to get prepared. But first, there are plenty of preparations to make. But first off, I should probably check in with Gramps. If I just took off on it. Okay. So the best part about trying to like read out dialogue in like LPs is noticing the typos as you try to read it word for word. Because let me read this out for you. If I just took off on some random ship without telling him, I'm sure he'd give me hell later when I came back. Yeah, took off on some random ship. Yeah, I think the A and one of the words, the A or the some, I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, we need to return to Gramps and get his permission before we, jump off on a random boat and head off into the vast unknown, but I think that's best saved for next time. So next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Bringer of Chaos, we go see Gramps and then make preparations for the long road ahead. See you guys then.
You